Stories don't live on paper. They live in places, in rooms where no one looks, in basements that smell like rusted fear and fading perfume. And Elijah Vale, he built his story underground. I am Detective Drayk, and I've never forgotten the first time I stood at the top of those stairs. We tracked him to an abandoned duplex on the edge of a decaying suburb. Boarded windows, mail stacked like tombstones on the porch. Neighbors thought the place was empty, but inside, it was breathing. No lights, just the dull hum of a generator hidden beneath floorboards. Every surface covered in pages, handwritten, typed, burned at the edges, like he couldn't decide whether to publish or destroy. But the real horror was beneath. The basement door was hidden behind a bookshelf rigged to slide. Cliché, maybe. But Elijah didn't care about tropes. He cared about drama. The moment we stepped down, the temperature dropped 5 degrees, and the air changed. Thicker, heavier, like we'd walked into someone's memory. The walls were covered in photos, all of her. Candidate, sleeping, laughing, crying. In the center of the room, a desk. On it, a single manuscript. Title, The Story of Her. Chapter 1. She walked into the bookstore like God had written her just for me. But it was chapter 19 that made my throat close. She knows now. She's watching me back. This is what love is. 2 people circling the truth. That's when we saw it. The final page, still blank, save for the words, "I'll finish this in her presence." Elijah wasn't hiding. He was waiting. And then we heard the footsteps. Upstairs. We moved. Fast. Cleared the kitchen, the hallway. And there he was, standing in the living room, calm, composed, as if he'd invited us. He didn't run, didn't speak. He just looked at me and smiled. And then he said the words, "I'll never forget." She read my story, Drayk. That means we're real now. We cuffed him. No resistance, just one request. Don't let anyone rewrite me. In his mind, this wasn't a crime scene. It was a climax. The trial's coming. But he doesn't care about verdicts. He's already told his version. What terrifies me is how many readers he might have inspired. Because the manuscript, it's been leaked, and in the darkest corners of the web, they're calling it art. Next episode, the final chapter. And it doesn't belong to Elijah anymore. It belongs to her. Because Lila has one last thing to say, and it's not forgiveness.